Right, let's do some area questions right now. Right, the third question says that to calculate the areas of the figures given below. So the first question, we have a triangle with a circle inside. And the second question, we have a parallelogram, okay, with another shaded parallelogram. Okay, right, so they are saying us to find the shaded figure. So the things you see in blue here is shaded, right? So we have a triangle with a hole in there. We have a triangle with a hole inside. So I'll draw that here. So we have a triangle. We have a triangle here. A triangle. And the triangle is normal, but we have a hole there. We have a kind of hole. Oops. Yep. So now we have to omit this hole actually. We don't need this hole. We need only the triangle area. I mean this triangle with a hole, right? Okay, now how do you do that? So first of all, what we do is we actually find the area of the triangle. So that is simple. So you just write area of a triangle, area of triangle is equals to, okay, just write equals to half into base into height. Okay, that's the general, that's like a general formula for a triangle. So now we have these values. We have these values. We have 10, we have 10, 3.5. Okay. Now what do we actually choose here? So the base, okay, the B is for base here. So the base is actually 10 centimeters and the height is 10 centimeters too. So the height is 10, base is 10. So then we write half into 10 into 10. Okay, so what's the answer? So we have 100 over 2, 50. But what's the units going to be? Units are important, right? So units are important in mathematics as well as science as well. Science subjects like physics, chemistry, we need those units. So the units is going to be 50, but the units is going to be centimeter, centimeter. We have centimeter squared. Okay. Is that it? Is the question finished? No, it's not. Actually, we have to find the shaded area, right? So we have to find this area, this triangle is with a hole, right? So we should omit this hole. So we should find this area, right? Like this. So we simply find that area by subtracting this circle area. Okay, right. So how do you find the circle area? Okay, they have given the radius here. See, they are given the radius here. See, the radius they have given us. So therefore, we can find it kind of easily like this. So I just move this right here. I'll just delete this because we can actually imagine this as well. I'll move this here. Yeah. Right. So now we can find the area of the circle right here. We can find the area of the circle. So if we draw a line here, area of a circle, area of circle is equals to how much? Pi r squared. So pi is actually 3.14, but in our syllabus we take as 22 over 7. That's an approximation. It's an approximation of 22 over 7 times. Okay, we are running out of space here. So what I'll do is I'll just make it bigger here. This stuff. Give me a second. Okay, much better. So we have 22 over 7 times what? What is the radius of it? The radius is going to be 3.5, right? So we have 3.5 is 3.5. 3.5 times 3.5 times 3.5 times 3.5. Okay, what's the answer going to be? So you can cut this 7 and 3.5, right? So you can have, there are two 3.5s and 7. So times 1 times 2. So we have 22 times 3.5 divided by 2. Calculate say 11. So we have 11 times 3.5. The answer is going to be 385, 38.5. Okay, that's the answer. No, it's not the answer. That's a sub answer. So now in the third part, what you should do is we should subtract the area of the triangle minus the area of the circle. Let's do that as well. So I'll minimize this here. So you can have much space. Oops. 1 second. Okay. Now we can have the area of the shaded part. Therefore, we have area of the shaded part is equals to area of triangle minus area of circle. You can have fancy brackets if you want. You can make it nicer. Equals to 50 minus 38.5. How much is that? You can just quickly use the algorithm to find it, or you can do it from your mind as well. So 48, 11.5. That's the answer. Okay, 11.5 is the answer. All right, so let's go for the second question. Second question, we have a parallelogram. Okay, so we have the shaded parallelogram here. So I'll just draw that here. Parallelogram. What if I just draw a rectangle and then shift it to parallelogram? No, I can't do that. Yeah. So I just draw a parallelogram. Okay, and then we have yeah, a small bit. Actually, we should find this area, right? We must find this area, which is going to be this area right here. This is going to be the area we're going to find. So how do you find that? It's by just using common sense here. So we can just label these measurements here. So we have 7, 15. We have 7 here. And the entire thing is 15, right? So we don't need to just copy everything. So we just have to just measure. So 7 and 15. So if the entire length is 15, if the entire length is 15 centimeters, then how much is this? 8 centimeters. Okay, what about this? What about the next one? We have up we have 10, 6. So if this is going to be 10 centimeters, if this is going to be 10 centimeters, and this is 6 centimeters. Okay. Now we can find this smaller parallelogram, right? So what we can do is, okay, we can't write the thing parallelogram, so we just write it as A and B. So the larger part is A and the smaller part is B. Yep. Or else you can just write it as small and big. That's also fine. I'll erase this stuff because we don't need this entire thing now. Okay. Right. Now let's find the area of the parallelogram. Area of larger is equals to how much? So the area of a parallelogram is the same as an area of a rectangle. So it's like length into breadth, right? So breadth into height, anything you want. So because a parallelogram is actually a knocked off rectangle. So we can write it as breadth into height, b into h. So we have 15 here. So 15 into, we are actually finding the big parallelogram here. So 15 into 10, 150 centimeters squared. I'll make it smaller now. I'll make it smaller. Okay. Now, next is going to be area of smaller. Is equals to, again, b into h. So that's going to be equals to what? Smaller one. Okay, 8 times 6. 48. Okay, so we did both of these. So now what? Now what we can do is we can do the final finale, the grand finale. So what I'll just do is I'll move this figure and make it smaller. Like this. Keep it here. So these are the steps. These are the way that you should go. So area of larger is this, area of smaller is this, and now we have the final one. So the shaded area is equals to larger minus smaller. Larger minus smaller is equals to 150 minus 48. It's going to be equals to, you can use the algorithm as well, 150, 48, and blah, blah, or you can do it the mine also as well. So it's going to be 102 centimeters squared. Hope you got this actually. So, so there are just two questions for this area problem, and these are the things which will come for your term test actually. Okay, so that's all. Let's see in the next video. Bye.